What is the mystery behind division with 0? Let's think about what it actually means. Division is essentially the reverse of multiplication. For example, if 10 divided by 2 is 5, then 5 times 2 is 10. Similarly, 15 divided by 3 is also 5 because 5 times 3 is 15. Now, ask yourself, what happens if the factor is 0? We all know any number times 0 is always 0. Like 0 times 2 is 0, 0 times 3 is 0, 0 times 4 is 0. So in this case, it seems like division by 0 wouldn't make sense, since many different results will give out the same form. But let us look at this at a different angle. Let's take the limit as x approaches 0 in the form 1 over x. Let's say 1 over 0.1, that's 10. Now 1 over 0.01, that's 100. Now 1 over 0.001, that's 1000. Notice the value increases as the denominator gets close to 0 on the positive side. So as x approaches 0, the value is infinity. But even this is not the full conclusion. WH at the the numerator was negative. Like -1, if the numerator was negative, using limits will make the value negative infinity. So now we can make a general rule. For numerators greater than 0, the value goes to infinity. For numerators less than 0, the value goes to negative infinity. And for 0 itself is just any number, or possibly an indeterminate form. However, this conclusion is still incomplete. We can also approach 0 from the negative side. And if we do, everything flips again. What went to infinity now goes to negative infinity. And what went to negative infinity now goes to infinity. This contradiction is another reason why dividing by 0 is strictly undefined, because it is inconsistent. Division by 0 can also break arithmetic rules. We all know any number times 0 is 0. So consider this one. 2 times 0 equals 3 times 0. Now if you tried to cancel the 0's, you get 2 equals 3, which we all know isn't true. Also, in terms of repetition of subtracting, you would be subtracting 0 from that value over and over. But the value never changes. The solution isn't infinity. There simply is no solution. But division by 0 can make two cases, undefined and indeterminate. Values like 1 over 0 have no possible answer, so it is undefined. Why? Because if it was any number x, then x times 0 is 1, which is impossible to be true. So 1 over 0 has no answer. An indeterminate form, or too many possible answers, like 0 over 0, is the base of all undefined forms. Why? Well, if it's some number x, then x times 0 equals 0, which is a true statement, so here x is any real number. So, when you spot a division with 0, that solution is discarded, because we all know it makes no sense to math, and mathematicians avoid to keep rules of mathematics simple and have proper sense, and that's it.